Is God doing the work? Welcome to Seeking God with Leah Klein, Health and Wholeness Coach. And our verse for today is Psalm 138:8. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. God works through us for his purposes. And every one of us has a purpose. And sometimes they may seem small, sometimes they may seem bigger, and lots of times it changes over the course of our lives. We have a purpose for a time, and then God changes our direction. I have only been consistently doing, retreats and starting to take others with me since 2018, which over the course of my lifetime, that's actually not all that long. I was doing other things before that, and God used actually retreats to redirect me into something else that not only inspires me and I love to do, but is also bringing people, particularly women, closer to God. And that is the highest goal that any of us can have. We want people to get closer to God, because how are you going to have a relationship for eternity with somebody that you never spend any time with? I mean, you want to look forward to that, not be, oh, I have to do a 5-minute devotional here so that I can say I did my quiet time today. I mean, it's like, go expecting to hear from him. He has things to share with you. Look for what they are. I make a point of writing down verses that stand out to me on a daily basis as a reminder of how God works. Because I can then go back and go, oh, I needed that today too. And I can remember what he's done in the past. And you can go back and see these verses that he has used in the past to speak to you. Because I don't know about you, but for me, he likes to use the same verses. He comes back to those same verses a lot, and new ones. He has infinite variety. He will throw in other ones as well, but he likes particular ones. He knows you like them. He comes back to those regularly. But God works through us for his purposes, and we can count on it. He will fulfill his purpose for me and for you. And we know that we can pray that prayer at the end, do not forsake the work of your hands, because he will not forsake the work of his hands. And whether all things work out in this world or they work out in the next, they will all work out one way or the other. And what we can count on, why we can count on him to fulfill his purposes, is his steadfast love. He will not change, because if he wills something, because his love never changes, his will doesn't actually change either. And yes, there are a few spots in scripture that would seem to say otherwise, but he already had that part of the plan lined up. There is no surprising God. He is omniscient. He is which just means all knowing, guys, if you didn't know that word is all knowing. He knows everything, and he is sovereign. That means he is in control. He is the king. He is the ruler. And while in the States, we don't like to think of that as someone being sovereign, and we don't have a real clear view on that necessarily. That is what it looks like. That is what our relationship really is with God. And if you don't have that level of knowing that, yes, you have a personal relationship with him, but yeah, he is also in control of everything. He is also sovereign. Then I would encourage you to go closer. Study his attributes, because they are mind-boggling. Honestly, you could not understand God in a million years, but that doesn't mean we don't try and that we shouldn't grow in our understanding of God and getting closer to him. And we have to ask God to reveal those kind of things to us, because they don't come naturally. Ask God to reveal things about himself, and ask God to fulfill his purposes through you, and show you what those purposes are if you don't even know that. And if you're having trouble feeling his presence, or you're burning the candle at both ends and need to know what I'm supposed to be doing, what his purposes are for me, then I encourage you to get my free ebook, Seeking God, Becoming Mary in a Martha World. And let me show you why that might be happening and how to connect more deeply with him. And if you've already got the book, you've actually not done anything with it, you had thought, great idea, but you actually haven't made time on your calendar, I encourage you to connect. If you aren't already on my email list, go to my website and sign up for that to get reminders to go on retreats and know when I'm doing retreats and when I'm doing virtual retreats. So there are ways to make this happen in your schedule. So connect with God. Ask him to reveal himself and reveal his purposes if you're not clear on that. And I want to wrap up our time with More Love to Thee. And it's a hymn that isn't as common, but it's been sung. And if you don't already know it, feel free to learn it, and feel free to just listen. More love to thee, O Christ, more love to thee. Hear thou the prayer I make on bended knee. This is my earnest plea. More love, O Christ, to thee. More love to thee. More love to thee. And I will see you next week with another verse. See you then.